Today, I'm going to show you how I went from making $0 to $1,000 a month as a game composer. This is probably one of the most educational videos I made on this channel. Okay, game composing might look easy from the outside, but I have to be honest, like any creative career, building your own path is actually really hard. From the outside, it might look something like this. I talk to game developers, make music for their games, and then just hop into my Lamborghini. Yeah, it doesn't really work like that. In reality, you have to meet the right people, build trust, consistently deliver good work, and even when you're mentally drained or not feeling your best, you still have to keep going. And that part, that's the hardest. That's why I want to make this video. If you're trying to become a freelance composer, this video might actually help you more than you think. First of all, you need to figure out your main motivation. Why do you want to become a game composer? Are you doing this for money or because you genuinely love it? Because the truth is, if you don't love it, this path gets really hard really fast. Personally, I realized something early on. Even if I wasn't making any money, I would still want to do this. And that's important, because you need to ask yourself this. If nobody listens to your music, if nobody pays you, would you still keep going? When I first started, I was making $0, literally working for free. Because let's be real, you don't just land big studios or big film projects right away, especially if you don't have connections. So I started small indie developers, small projects. And most of the time, they either want to use AI or they want the music for free. And honestly, that wasn't a problem for me, because I would have done it for free anyway, because my motivation wasn't money. Now, here's something really important. How you approach a free project matters a lot. Just because something is free doesn't mean you give less effort. That mindset is completely bullshit. For me, there's no difference in effort between a free project and a $100 or $200 project. I always give everything I've got. And I know that might sound weird to some of you, but here's the truth. There's no such a thing as effort knob inside you that you can turn up or down depending on the price. That's not how it works. This is actually one of the biggest factors in building trust. Think about it like this. If you give 100% effort to a $100 project, are you going to give 50% effort to a $50 project? That doesn't make any sense. And if you already gave your full effort to a $100 project, what are you going to do for a $200 project? Give 200%? That's not how value works. Another key thing is building trust with your clients. Let's say you started for free and you're giving your full effort. Now imagine you found a new clients. By the way, I'll probably make a separate video about how to find clients. But once you have them, you need to hold on to them. Because getting a client is one thing, keeping them is what actually builds your income. And here's the important part. You have to offer more than just music. You need to do everything you can. And I mean everything. You need to communicate with them, make them feel comfortable, and create the feeling that you're actually part of their team. Like this is a shared project. Not you pay me, I give you music, but this is our game. You handle the coding, I'll handle the music, and together we're building something great. That mindset changes everything, believe me. Because honestly, this is not just a simple transaction anymore. Your client can always choose someone else, or they might even decide not to use music at all. So your job is not just to deliver music. Your job is to make them believe that your music will actually elevate their game. And this is where trust becomes your biggest asset. Reply fast, communicate clearly, deliver what they need, be reliable. Even if the project is free, you still do all of this. That's what makes people come back. And finally, making a strong impression on your clients. Let's say you did a project and you actually gave it full effort. You finished it properly, you delivered everything you promised. Trust me, that client will not want to let you go. Because at that point, they don't just see you as a music composer anymore, they see you as someone who solves problems, someone they can rely on whenever they need help. And the moment you create that feeling, that's when you know you did a great job. Let me give you a real example from my own journey. I once worked on a project completely for free, but during that process, I built such strong communication with the developer. I gave them so much confidence that even though the project was free, they still wanted to send me a tip, but it gets better. A few months later, I started getting messages like, "Hey, I heard you work on game music before, can you compose for our game too?" So I asked them, how did you find me? And they all mentioned the same person, that developer I work for free. But the work I did and the trust I built was strong enough for them to recommend me without hesitation. And this is one of the most important things in this entire journey. You need to make people remember you, not just for your music, but for how you work, how reliable you are, and how much value you bring beyond the music. Because when you do that, your name starts spreading on its own. This journey is actually really fun. It's hard, but it's fun. And honestly, the relationship you build with your clients and the value you put into your work will take you further than what you think. Take care of yourself. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, I got more awesome videos. See you.